What would make a high value man want you? Is it your looks? Is it your conversation? Is it your career? Is it your education? Take a second and think about what would attract an upper echelon man to you. Basic bitch answer. Because I'm pretty with a pussy that grips like Gorilla Glue. Okay, Miss Velcro Coochie. Add up all the men you've had sex with. How many of them would be considered high quality? I'm not talking about if he had A1 dick or good looks. I'm talking about what those men brought to the table in terms of substance that were able to date you, charm you, and earn what was between your legs. If you're so pretty and your pussy hits so viciously, then why do you have a history of letting fuckboys sample your goods? Scammers and drug dealers aren't the pinnacle. Local club promoters or DJs aren't at the top of anyone's food chain. I get so many GL, I think I messed up with someone who I can never replace emails because what you qualify as high value men are just low value fuckboys who charmed you into a state of stupidity. Basic women think basic men are irreplaceable. Basic women allow those same basic men to get away with murder because forgiving him is better than being alone. Why? Because your self-worth is tied to having a man. Therefore, it doesn't matter if he's a good one as long as you're not alone. Strong woman affirmation. I'm worthy of love. I demand love. I will never settle for anything that isn't pure. I love me. Repeat that every morning and every night. There is no shortcut to self-love. It has to be daily and constant until you fall for yourself, the same way you fall for these dusty-ass men. The hurt that you're carrying is bullshit. I don't care if you never felt pretty, skinny, smart, or exciting enough back then. Feel it now. There is nothing wrong with you. Basic thoughts can't manifest in a powerful mind. You have no business dating until you can complete this step. Get off the app, turn down the dates, or take a break until you can fully love yourself. Once you prioritize self-love over romantic love, the world shifts. You're no longer manifesting randoms. You're in the goddess mindset of attracting exactly what you need, the person that matches your fly. Never underestimate the power of your mental state before and during the dating stage. I've been doing this long enough to know that the physical world is a projection and that any woman who is Spartan enough to control her thoughts will manifest exactly what she wants in a short time. Finding a high-value match. High-value man. What does that even mean? Having money? Being successful? Being spiritually enlightened? One woman told me that she needs a man worth at least 8 figures with no children. Another woman that same week wrote and told me she was just looking for a guy with a steady job who had hood swag but wasn't a scammer. Don't laugh. See, value isn't about dollar signs. It's determined by where you are in life and how a partner can match your energy. Traits of a low-value man. Men who keep fucking up then cry their eyes out about how they'll do better. Men who treat you special. Meanwhile, they're treating every other woman the same way. Men who see you struggling but mentally shift their attention back to their needs. Men who you would give the shirt off your back for, but they wouldn't even pay your mortgage or car note if you were in a bind. Traits of a high-value man. Men who don't need to be trained on treating you recognize a quality woman and move accordingly. Men who aren't thirsting after every other random chick that throws attention their way. Men who you don't have to ask for anything or get paid back, and who will do for you unconditionally. Men who are more concerned with how was your day than when are you coming over. What makes a high-value man isn't money or status, it's character. Some of you clout chase or get suckered in by flashy men, only to find out that they're serious cheaters, egomaniacs, or manipulative narcissists. Your mouth says you value loyalty and respect, but your actions show that you value money and swagger, which leads to you dating the same types that hurt you in the same ways, because you don't know how to separate true high-value men from those low-vibrational men who possess material things but lack character. He has money, but he won't spend it on you. He's your type physically, but he's always lusting after other women. He's successful, but he's cocky and arrogant. Finding a man who's handsome or who has a good job isn't difficult. Finding one that has substance should be front and center over those basics. I don't give a fuck if you met a guy who plays for the Knicks. Where is his head in terms of emotional maturity? When you date, you don't go out, sit there, and hope that this guy likes you enough to take you out. Vetting for character traits is a must. You're asking about his past relationships, not because you care about his exes. You're asking to see emotionally if he was the type that fought for love or gave up. You're asking about his family background, not because you want to go and meet his mother. You need to see if this man was raised with structure and discipline. After one or two dates at the most, you should be able to see if this man is high value or just another low vibrational time waster. High value isn't dollar signs. High value isn't looks. High value is a man who ties himself to you with respect, admiration, and love. What kind of man do you need to make you happy? Not want, we're talking needs. That's who will manifest based on your deepest desire. If you're confused about that, then your results will continue to be inconsistent. Quiet your mind. Know that what you need is out there. Take action. GL, I hear what you're saying, but stop thinking like a loser. There is no room for if, ands, or buts, or excuses that point to how you failed in the past. You've never had a quality man try to date you, or maybe you had someone special and he disappointed you, so your philosophy is to just not try and let what is meant to happen play out. That's a loser mindset. The moment you give in to that kind of confusion, you slide back into being just another basica who tried, couldn't do it, and just decided to go with the flow, praying that you get picked. I know that staying mentally tough isn't easy. I see how dating has changed in the 10 years since the original Solving Single came out. But I've also witnessed time and time again how those women who persevere win. Self-love leads to self-confidence. Self-confidence leads to establishing standards and boundaries that expose incompatible men who don't match your vibration. This isn't an overnight step. Again, you need to work on it daily. When will you know you're ready? Trust me, you'll know, because the old things that impressed you won't. A woman who is moving in the same frequency as her universe will be able to spot the real from the fake. The red flags will glow, and the green flags will sing. You create your reality. All these pieces on the board that come in and out of your life are determined by you. Wisdom and confidence are the keys to success in any aspect of life. Your past can't define your future. Spartan confidence demands that you know that you can get any man you want. Spartan wisdom is knowing the steps I just listed above and using them in real life. Where to meet high-value men. The universe is built to reward those who go for what they want with a clear intention. You sit there filled with doubting thoughts, waiting for someone to save you, then wonder why you can't manifest anything. Your energy is mid as fuck. Let's look at your road to love. You'll eventually get someone to slide in your inbox, but that's one decent man every 2 months. How can you build a roster when you rarely get online attention? Your friends may hook you up with someone decent, but that's once a year. How can you date multiple options with the scraps they bring? The result of waiting around is that you date one at a time and grow restless when it doesn't work out. You put your eggs in that one basket, and when it ends, you're sad and depressed again, writing to me like, "See, there are no men. Earth to Basica, you don't know how to fucking date." There is no such thing as luck. Finding a guy who freely spends on you or finding a guy who doesn't mind sponsoring you while you get your shit in order isn't a roll of the dice. It's the direct result of actions that attract those types of men. The easiest way to make him chase and stay interested, even when he's not getting sex, is to stroke his ego. Males like to love bomb women with gifts and romantic treatment. Why? Because we are conscious that other men aren't treating women in this way, and it gives us a leg up on the competition. As women, you have to recognize that most women don't know how to hold a strong conversation, flirt, or make a man feel like a king. 99% of the high-value men you meet will have other women he's seeing. In order to eradicate those other girls, you have to mindfuck him by speaking his language. Let him teach you things. Tell him how smart he is. Be enamored with his wisdom. That's game. Let him make his corny sexual jokes. Act as if he may be too much to handle. Then use his own words as a reason why you want to wait for his level of sex. That's game. Let him talk about an opinion, even if it's wrong. Conspiracy theories, politics, and all the ways he thinks the world works. Listen, observe, and ask more. That's game. Don't curse, overuse slang, or drink too much in front of him. But you also need to suggest activities that speak to your class level so he understands that you're the kind of woman who expects luxury, not house dates. That's game. To be easy to get along with, easy to talk to, and never have an argument, even when he does something stupid, makes you the best option when he looks at the roster of all the women he's currently dating. His ex is an asshole. These new girls are boring or overly independent. There you are, looking like fucking Ariel after she lost her voice, pretty and agreeable. Once you win that war, then you can start to bend him to your will. But I can't help how I act. It's too late for me to switch my personality. That's where you're wrong. Your true personality is to be feminine. You're a grown fucking woman, the creator of life, God in the flesh. You deserve the world handed to you and men to worship the ground you walk on. The only reason you've become masculine in your actions is a direct result of your past trauma. You've always dated men who expected you to go half, and now you're conditioned to be a partner, not one who is provided for. You have trust issues, and you're afraid that men will eventually hurt you, so you keep your guard up and act like you don't need anything. So you compete to the point of fumbling the bag. This is the baggage you're carrying from being scarred in the past. Let go of your self-sabotaging mindset. Repeat this right now. I deserve to be taken care of. If you don't say that at least once a day, how will the universe move to grant that lifestyle to you? Replace, I can't do that. I can't find men like that. There's nothing wrong with the way I act, with an affirmation that you deserve to be taken care of, and watch it manifest.
Hell, let's stop the book right there. If you want more, and I know you want more, go download the entire book on Audible. Thanks for listening.
Chapter 12. Using dating apps and social media to find